Hey, what's up, guys? This is Christian Torres, and this is my week one review of my 90-day case study using Alpha Brain. Not too many things out of the ordinary. There's just probably three core things that I've noticed throughout the week that kind of definitely stood out. That was a little different than before. So, off the bat, I'm gonna say, yeah, the dreams. Well, I actually had one dream. So I noticed that some of the little kind of random side effects that wasn't the initial purpose or design of Alpha Brain, but something that people have been experiencing have been these like vivid dreams or these like, kind of lucid dreams. And yeah, because I'm not a guy that typically has a lot of these dreams, but yeah, I noticed that I did have one dream that was like extremely vivid. Like it felt like it was an actual real experience or an actual like me living going through my life scenarios. But yeah, that was kind of a random thing. And yeah, so in the first scenario of this dream, I was just driving around teaching my little brother how to drive stick shift, and we were like driving around this kind of suburb and teaching my little brother, and it was kind of random and out of the blue. But so yeah, that was the first scenario. And the second scenario, essentially, I was hanging out at the lazy river, and then I ended up getting in a fight with like some dude or something. It was like super random, out of the blue. So what else? And yeah, the third scenario, I don't even remember the dream, but I remember the entire dream was like very vivid. Like I can even remember it right now. Just kind of the pictures and everything. So it felt extremely real. Like when I woke up, like I felt like that was kind of like a real memory. It's kind of weird. Um, so yeah, what else? Yeah. Oh, so also as far as recall, like memory recall, I did have a scenario where, an instance where I went out this past weekend with a few buddies, and then, like typically go in there, like I'll talk to a few girls, whatever, and towards the end of the night, whatever. But I'll take off. But I remember leaving the nightclub, and my buddy was already downstairs. He already left the nightclub, and I went out, and he was taking photos of these two girls. And then when I approached him, all right, bro, let's go. The two girls kind of walked up like, "Hey, what's up, Chris?" And then off the bat, I didn't recognize their face, and they're like, "Oh, hey, yeah, you remember us, right?" And then I was like, "Give me the first like word of your name." And then one girl said R, the other said L. Both these girls are from the UK. And then when I looked at the first one with the name R, I thought to myself like R, and like instantly like the name Rebecca came to mind, and I just like as soon as it came up, I just said it, and then she's like, "Oh my God, you remembered this and this," and then yeah, after that we went and hung out to like another little bar, but it was weird because like that was like a critical point in the conversation, because if I would have got that part wrong, if I would have just said some random name, like it would have been game over. She would have been like, "Oh yeah, you don't care about us, you don't like us, bye," and it would have been done. So I don't know. It's kind of one of those weird things that I'm pretty bad with names, but and I don't know. It's still I don't know. I think it's still a little bit too early to come to full conclusions, but I'm thinking that yeah, Alpha Brain did have some kind of correlation to that specific experience. Yeah, so I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, during the week I also noticed, like I started doing jujitsu again. It's been probably about 2 years since I've done jujitsu, so I'm getting back into it. And yeah, I just noticed I took it 2 hours before I actually took the class. And yeah, I noticed that yeah, I still have a lot of muscle memory from like wrestling and doing some jujitsu. So I was able to kind of get into the groove a little bit and just kind of getting into the practice. So I don't know, I can't really give you a before and after as far as like what it felt doing jujitsu before Alpha Brain or after. But yeah, just everything seemed pretty seamless, and I just kind of flowed into the practice pretty well, even though I haven't done it in a long time. So yeah, that's kind of my experience of this past week. Yeah, if you have any questions for me, I know I'm doing this video pretty quick off the bat, kind of in a hurry, but yeah, just let me know if you have any questions for me, any things you would like me to do. I'm actually going to be doing a better job of tracking and like measuring a lot of these experiences for myself, so I make more accurate videos. So yeah, if you have any questions for me or any kind of like feedback, please leave them in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you next week. All right, later.